Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by the garden today. I want to go over my succulents that I'm propagating from leaves. You can see I have many trays here in the back, and I want to go over just some steps. So they've been growing really big for me these past couple of months, and I just want to share with you some tips that have really worked for me over these months and years that I've been growing these to get babies to produce like this. I mean, they're just so easy to grow from leaves. They propagate really easily. They don't need direct sun, so bright indirect, really bright indirect light for little babies like this, or they can burn. I'll show you where the sun's at right now. This is on the southern side of my lanai, which they're here because I really don't get a lot of sun over here. You can see where it stops. Let's go up above and kind of show you. You can see where that sun stops, and that is perfect. I have a little awning over my house which is stopping that sun from getting on these directly and is just providing some really bright light. I have more succulents here I'm propagating, and I just want to go over when they're ready to be taken out and put on their own. A lot of these have died. The mother leaf that they're propagated from, you can see some of them are standing alone by themselves, and some of them have leaves that are still stuck on them, which we're going to transplant a lot of them. Oops. And then some of them are just little babies yet, which we're going to leave in there. So we're going to take out the big ones, which graptopetalums really grow quickly. Now you want to spray these when you're propagating from leaves. You just want to pluck that leaf off, any good leaf, healthy leaf from the top. Leave it on there on the counter for about 24 hours till that little baby end callouses. And that just means scab over. When you hear that word callous, it just means that succulent's going to scab over that little leaf you're propagating before you go ahead and stick it in some soil. Now you can leave them leaves on the counter just until they start shooting babies out. You should see babies first and then roots. Sometimes they get roots first and then you'll get a baby coming out like a month or two later. But you can try to propagate all the leaves you can. And once they get big, you can spray them once every few days. They really like a spraying once you see roots. You only want to spray your propagated leaves once you start to see roots showing. When you see those roots showing, just like we have here, let me show you. We have little baby roots showing, and the pink ones are going to be air roots, which are for the air. They'll probably show if you leave it on the counter until it shows those roots. If you put it in soil after that encalouses, it'll just start growing soil roots right away, so it won't have an adjustment period. And then that succulent will start growing babies like you see here coming out. And I spray these really lightly, just a little mist, once every other day to once every 3 days. It depends. If they look like they need a little water, which that baby is going to live off of that mother leaf for a long time. And the less you spray, I notice, especially here in Florida, zone 9B, we really are very humid, very hot. We get 92 degrees, 70-80% humidity, and the heat index gets like at 110 during the summer. We're going to invest in a shade cloth for these because it's just so important not to get sunburn. I lost a lot of them due to that. This one's ready to be on its own, so I'm transplanting this little container for graptopetalums just because they grow so fast. Why not? So I don't have to transplant them twice. Usually I transplant into these little containers right here, which there's 2 of them. We planted some up of some different kinds. I'll show you. And these have gotten super big, so we transplanted them by themselves in these little containers, and I'm going to show you how we did that. And they've grown so much since I've done that. You can see they're not really stretching too much. They're going to be needing to be acclimated into direct sun pretty soon, but I'll show you guys once we get to that step and show you how to take care of them. Let's go back to the other one so we can show you when to pop that leaf off. So these leaves, as you can see, they're still on there. Now I leave them on there because it's really helpful for the succulent to feed off of that leaf, to get healthy off of that leaf, and the longer you can leave it on there, the better. Now it will shrivel up once it's ready to come off. So usually I just pluck it off, and we're going to go see how to do that right now. Alright you guys, so I'm sorry this isn't really focused too much, but we're going to do a really up close. Now this is really big, so we're going to take that leaf off. You can see it's all shriveled up. What you're going to do is take it and turn it. This is so hard to do with one hand. I can't wait to get my tripod set up today so we can start videoing with them. Look at the root system on it. It's dry, it's healthy. You want to make sure your soil is dry that you're planting into because these things will rot. You want to make a little hole, shove them down in there, plant them where you want. Just make sure his roots are spread out a little bit. Try not to damage them. Take some new soil, which I cannot do at this time, and I'll take some from this side and just cover them up really gently. You don't have to push too hard. Just snuggle him in there. Make sure he's straight, and you're not going to water for about 2 days. After 2 days, you can then go ahead and water pretty good. Now you want to start soaking your pots all the way down. This time you can stop spraying with a spray bottle and go with a little watering spout from a ketchup bottle or something like that, and just go ahead and water the roots by each one. You want to water about, let's see how long this pot is. So this pot's pretty good size, and we need to water at least halfway down this pot to 3/4 of the way down, because we're going to have a lot of babies crunched in here, and also these roots need to go all the way down to the bottom to suck that water up, so you get a nice healthy big root system like all my babies are here. You know, you want to make sure you're planting all the same ones in the right container with the same root system, same watering habits, same sun, and these are just going to stay in bright indirect light for now, and once we start acclimating, we'll let you know. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope this helps you guys transplant your little baby succulents from propagation. If you need any help, let me know. It's why I'm here. It's what I do. I love propagating. We're going to be propagating a lot of our new little guys that we just transplanted, and I can't wait to show you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.